10. How good were the good old days? We hear more than a little talk these days about urban pollution. The assumption in such discussions is that suddenly, with the automobile, our good, clean air was polluted. Now, granted, our air needs cleaning up, but was it clean before? The horse, in the days before the automobile, was a remarkable polluter. In 1907, Milwaukee, for example, had 350,000 people. Horses provided transportation, and they daily let 133 tons of manure on the streets. Horses brought food into the city, and these horses left their calling cards everywhere. In the summer, the carriage wheels quickly turned the manure into dust, which floated in the air and into the houses. If it rained when your wash was on the line, the manure dust up in the air was drenched into your wash and ruined it. In the winter snows and rain, the manure was turned into a splashing slush, which sometimes moved good people to profanity. In those days, a gentleman walked on the street side of the sidewalk in order to protect his lady from the splash of the manure slush. The manure carried disease, and a breeze would carry tetanus and other spores everywhere. These were the good old days of epidemics of cholera, dysentery, infant diarrhea, smallpox, yellow fever, and typhoid. The automobile does some polluting, but it helped eliminate these deadly pollutants. Of course, the manure bred flies by the billions, and the sparrows multiplied into a national pest, feeding on the manure. In those days, it was difficult to enjoy a shade tree on a hot summer day because of the sparrow droppings. But this is not all. Horses were mistreated and regularly dropped dead in the streets. In 1880, for example, New York had 15,000 dead horses left on its street as late as 1912. Chicago had 10,000 dead horses in the year. There were no license plates on the horses, so the owners could not be traced. Before the dead horses could be removed, the neighborhood dogs feasted on them and dragged bits and pieces into alleyways and backyards. In other words, the good old days were very polluted, and, to put it plainly, more than a little stinky. Now, I'm all for good clean air, but don't romanticize the past and don't overreact. We do need laws to protect ourselves from pollution, but perfection does not come overnight. Moreover, while technology is sometimes the offender, it has, more often than not, been an advantage in cleaning up the air and environment. Used wisely, it can further the work of conservation. In brief, if we have an unrealistic view of the past, we have an unrealistic view of the present. We then indulge in name-calling, not problem-solving. Instead of furthering progress and freedom, we hamper it.